So I decided after some study to try this out on myself. And there are clinics, it's $10,000 for 10 days for 10 transfusions where that's legal in Oregon right now, and of course Australia. But the studies show that people that do this at home, just using an enema bag and a blender and a clean donor's poo, have equally as successful outcomes. So I woke up the other morning, actually I was up late at night just deciding, all right, I'm going to do this. And so I've been in the process of finding poo donors. Isn't that fun? Well, I'm pretty comfortable talking about this because I've been with it my whole life and trying to heal. And but not everybody else is comfortable, so I needed to find people who are somewhat okay and comfortable with their body, that are healthy. Take somebody who is has good healthy bowel habits and not infected with problems, doesn't have STDs, any sexually transmitted diseases, somebody who hasn't been on antibiotics recently. So they have a really healthy gut population, and not a child or a young person or even a baby, because they're still developing their population in their colon. And also I found, interestingly, that many people I asked weren't that happy with the way their digestion works and didn't consider themselves really fit donors. So, but I've narrowed it down to about 4 or 5 people who are gotten over the ick factor or are somewhat fascinated. They've been pretty healthy all their life, or maybe they had problems, but they've healed them, and their system works really well now. And so now it's a matter of just exactly the process. And what I decided to do is based on all the research that I read, to initially cut back my fiber intake, which is usually the most problematic thing for me anyway. There have been times when I've eaten a no fiber diet for months, which is somewhat helpful. So cut back the fiber for about 5 days, and then go on pretty much a broth or maybe an amino acid kind of, they call it an elemental diet. It's very, very simple. To prepare and to kind of knock down the population of whatever bad stuff is living inside of me. And in addition to that, I'm taking grapefruit seed extract drops 3 times a day, 15 drops, as a natural antibiotic. That should also reduce the population of the bad guys. And then the night before I begin these transpoosions, I'm going to get a colonic, so really clean out that large intestine. It doesn't clean everything out ever. That's why this problem never really goes away, no matter how many colonics or enemas I've done. But it kind of reduces the number of organisms, at least temporarily. And then for 5 days in a row, I'm going to receive donor poo, which needs to be about a cup. Mix it with a cup of water in a blender,